Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today we will learn how to calculate normalized difference water index in Google Earth Engine and then visualize in ArcGIS. As you know, NDWI stands for Normalized Difference Water Index. It is spectral index that is used in remote sensing to detect and map surface water features like rivers, lakes, ponds, wetlands, and flooded areas. So NDW is widely used for mapping surface water bodies, water resource management, monitoring floods and droughts, studying wetland dynamics, also assessing water changes over time, and even in environmental and urban planning studies. Because water absorbs near infrared light and reflects green light, NDWI effectively separates water from non-water features. So for Landsat 8 and Landsat 9, NDWI mainly uses uh, uh, band 3 and band 5. So NDWI calculation is mainly green minus near infrared divided by green plus near infrared. So here band 3 is green and band 5 is near infrared. And for value ranges -1 to +1. So here higher values indicate the presence of water bodies while lower values indicate non-water surfaces, for example land. So values closer to +1 that represent water bodies like lakes, rivers, reservoirs, and oceans, and values which is around 0 that correspond to land surfaces or mixed pixels, that indicates little or no surface water presence. And for negative values like non-water features like vegetation, built up areas, bare soil, clouds, snow, and in some cases shadows. Anyway, I will share the complete code in the comment section of this video. So now let's get started today's tutorial. First click on new and then click on file. I'm creating a file and I'm going to give it a name, NDWI 2025, and then click OK. And you can see here NDWI 2025, a file has been created. And go to assets to add your area of interest. I have already added here my study region. Just click here import, and you can see here the study area has been added here. And I rename the variable name is AOI, area of interest. And then I will load data, Landsat data. In this tutorial I will use Landsat 8. You can use also Landsat 9. So for that I will define a variable Landsat, and then go to search box and write Landsat 8, and you will find here Landsat 8 collection 2 tier 1 TO reflectance. And I will use these. You can see over here dataset availability. The dataset is available from 2013 to 2026 February, as the current month is February. And you can see also find several options for information. Band information, we'll use band 3 and band 5 for NDWI. Band 5 is near infrared and band 3 is green. So you can see here the calculation for NDWI, band 3 minus band 5 divided by band 3 plus band 5. So just copy this, the image collection, and go to code editor and just paste here. After that, I will filter based on my area of interest dot filter bounds, this function, and then filter date, 1st January 2025 to December 2025, and then uh, for cloud coverage, I will keep only scenes with less than 5% cloud cover using this function. And yep, and then median composite from all the selected images. This step helps reduce noise and remaining cloud effects. And then clip based on my study area. After that, I will calculate NDWI, which is green minus NIR, near infrared, and green plus NIR. So defining variable NDWI, and then I'm writing Landsat dot normalized difference, band 3 and band 5, this formula for calculating NDWI. So you can use that. Here band 3 is green, and band 5 is near infrared. And then rename I'm renaming it as NDWI. And after that, I will visualize. For that, define a variable NDWI VIS, then minimum minus 1 and maximum plus 1, I mean 1, and then palette, color palette. So for color palette, I will use brown, then white and blue. You can use other color palette as per your preference. Second bracket, then semicolon. And then display the result. For that, I'm using this function map dot center object, then area of interest and extent level 6, and it's for center the map on the area of interest. And then I'm writing function map dot add layer NDWI, this one, and NDWI VIS, and renaming it at NDWI image, This is for display the NDWI layer on the map. And then just click on run, and you can see here there is a error. Maybe yeah, it will be L. Yeah. Then click on run, and yeah, you can see the output, I mean the result here, the water body and the other land use. Now I will export and save the output. For that, just use these functions, export dot image dot to drive and image NDWI, this variable, and description NDWI, region AOI, area of interest, and then max pixels. And after that, click on run, go to task, and you can see here unsubmitted task. Then click on run. Task name NDWI, scale 30 meter, and file name and file format, and then click on run. It is in progress, you can see over here. Yeah, our file has been saved in Google Drive. And click on download. You can see our file has been downloaded, and now I will visualize it in ArcMap. NDW and add. Yeah, now I will remove the no data value. For that, go to catalog and then your data folder, right click on NDWI, your output, and then go to properties and go to no data value. Yes, here no data value. Click on edit and click on compute, and just yeah, 0, and click OK. You can see no data value has been removed. And now you can select the color ramp from here. This NDWI image shows surface water distribution with values ranging from -7 on 9 to 0.615. Here, red areas indicate higher NDWI values, which represent the presence of water or surfaces with high moisture content, such as rivers, lakes, or wetlands. Uh, you can see also yellow shades that shows moderate NDWI values, indicating mixed land cover with very low moisture, and blue areas that represent dry or non-water surfaces. So the color gradient highlights spatial variation in water availability across the region. Thank you for watching. The code is provided in the comment section of this video for your practice. Just change the area of interest. I hope you find this video helpful. If you like my videos, please share and subscribe to JS and RS Solution to get weekly updates on JS and remote sensing. See you in the next video. Until then, stay safe and healthy.